When people hear about the American Revolution, they often think of brave colonists fighting for freedom against the British Empire. But the real story was much deeper than a simple war for independence. It was about power, money, rights, and the idea that people should have a voice in their own government. In the 1700s, the 13 American colonies were part of the British Empire. Many colonists still considered themselves loyal British subjects. They traded with Britain, followed British laws, and lived under British rule. But after the French and Indian War, Britain was left with a huge debt. To recover the money, the British government began taxing the colonies. The problem was not only the taxes. The colonists believed they were being taxed without proper representation in the British Parliament. This created the famous slogan, "No taxation without representation." Britain passed laws like the Stamp Act, the Townshend Acts, and the Tea Act. Each new tax increased anger in the colonies. Then, in 1773, colonists protested by dumping British tea into Boston Harbor. This event became known as the Boston Tea Party. Britain responded with harsh punishment, passing laws that colonists called the Intolerable Acts. Instead of stopping resistance, these laws united the colonies even more. Colonial leaders began meeting together, and tensions quickly grew. In April 1775, fighting began at Lexington and Concord. These battles marked the start of the American Revolutionary War. At first, many colonists still did not want full independence. They wanted their rights restored. But as the conflict continued, the idea of independence became stronger. In 1776, Thomas Paine published Common Sense, a powerful pamphlet that convinced many people that America should break away from Britain. Later that year, on July 4, the Declaration of Independence was approved. It declared that people have natural rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But declaring independence was only the beginning. The colonies now had to defeat one of the strongest empires in the world. Britain had a powerful army and navy, while the Americans often lacked food, weapons, and supplies. George Washington led the Continental Army through many difficult moments. One of the hardest was the winter at Valley Forge, where soldiers suffered from hunger, disease, and freezing conditions. The turning point came in 1777, at the Battle of Saratoga. The American victory convinced France to support the colonies. French money, soldiers, weapons, and naval power helped change the war. In 1781, American and French forces trapped the British Army at Yorktown. British General Cornwallis surrendered, and the war was nearly over. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the United States as an independent nation. But the revolution also left many questions. America spoke of liberty, yet slavery still existed. Women and Native Americans were excluded from many rights. So the American Revolution was both a victory and an unfinished promise. It created a new nation and changed world history. More than a war, it was a powerful idea. People have the right to shape their own future. This was the Knowledge Vault. Subscribe for more history, facts, and untold stories.